All right, so now we're going to get kind of fancy pants. Look at this derivative. We've got f of x equals 2 to the cosine of x plus e plus x times the sine of 2x. All right? Well, let's go here. We got our derivative, which I'll call f prime of x. Now, let's be careful. What's the derivative of, let's say, e to the x? Well, it's just e to the x times the derivative of x, right? Or I should say, the derivative of e to the anything is e to the anything times the derivative of the anything. But now we have what's called a 2 to the anything. Well, that's okay. It's remarkably similar. The derivative of 2 to the anything is 2 to the anything times the derivative of the anything. Okay, so our derivative of the cosine of x is the negative sine of x, right? Now, if we're also being fair here, we're not quite done, because technically our derivative of 2 to the anything is going to be 2 to the anything times the derivative of the anything times the what? Times the, I'll write here in cursive, the ln of the base, which is going to be 2. All right, so once again, the derivative of 2 to the anything is 2 to the anything times the derivative of the anything times the natural log of, in this case, the 2. And of course, if that was a 3 or a 5 or a 7, then you'd see the 3 or the 5 or the 7 right there. Okay? This is tricky. If we move along, plus e. Folks, what is e? E is just a number. So the derivative of e, not e to the x, but just e, is going to be nothing. It's going to be 0, right? The derivative of 5 is 0. The derivative of 7 is 0, and so on. So we can go ahead and just drop that off. Plus, now we got ourselves a stupid what? Product rule. You guessed it. So I'm going to go ahead and just, on the side here, draw an arrow to this bad boy and write my product rules. First, second, plus second, first, right? So that's going to be first, which is x, times, what's the derivative of the sine of anything? Well, the derivative of the sine of anything is the cosine of the anything times the what? Times the derivative of the anything. Be careful. So that's actually going to be 2. So mind you, this little piece, that's first. This piece, that's derivative of the second. Okay, so that's what we got going on so far. Plus second, which is sine of 2x times the derivative of the first, which I would just say is 1. Notice again, there's just a lot of rules that have to go into flow here, but that will definitely make it look nice. Now, to be honest with you, this is pretty much as nice as it's going to get. I mean, certainly you could do away with the 1 and all that. And so if you want to give like a final presented answer, I guess I would say it's, for this first part, I'll put the ln of 2 up front, negative ln of 2 times sine of x times 2 to the cosine of x, right? I guess that first term can look a little bit nicer if you do that. But then realistically, the next term is just going to be plus, I'll put the 2 up front, I guess, 2x cosine of 2x plus sine of 2x. And to be honest, that's about as nice as that's going to look.